A very good evening to you and welcome back to the ThePapare Football Championship live on ThePapare.com, and we are all ready to start the second semi-final from this beautiful ground, Racecourse Colombo. It will be St. Patrick's versus Zahira who will be taking the second semi-final, and earlier today St. Joseph's versus St. Peter's, and St. Peter's coming out as winners, and will be meeting either St. Patrick's from Jaffna or Zahira College from Colombo. Zahira dominated the group, winning all their games with 12 points, and same should be said to St. Patrick's. Even though they just had one draw, they emerged group winners and qualified to the second round just by goal difference from Demaston College, who also finished in 10 points. Zahira College Colombo, always known for the heavyweights in Colombo in terms of schools football. 2018, same teams played the quarterfinals, and it ended up 3-3 full time, and on penalties St. Patrick's did progress forward. And the venue is all set and sun setting down. Looks so very picturesque. And we will join you shortly after a quick break when everything is ready for live action.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න දිනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
දවසම මැච් බලන්න පුළුවන්.
දැන් මුළු දවසම ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, ෆුට්බෝල්, වොලිබෝල් එකී මෙකී නොකී ඕනෑම තරගයක් බලන්න ඔබට වැය වෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5යි. පිවිසෙන්න. මැච් බලන්න සබ්ස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින් දවස මැච් බලන්න පුළුවන්නේ.
දැන් මුළු දවසම ක්‍රිකට් රග්බි ෆුට්බෝල් වොලිබෝල් එකී මෙකී නොකී ඕනෑම තරගයක් බලන්න ඔබට වැය වෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5යි. පිවිසෙන්න. මැච් බලන්න සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.
Hello and welcome back to Race Course International Stadium. The second semi-final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019 between St. Patrick's College, Jaffna and Zahira College, Colombo. A repeat of the quarter-final last year where St. Patrick's ran out winners after a thrilling 3-3 draw and penalty shoots-offs going the Patricians' way. And they lock horns once again amid splendid support for Zahira College as usual. And the winner will take on St. Peter's College, who just beat St. Joseph's College with the last gasp winner from Shabito Zunia. So it's going to be a real mouth-watering encounter. If you may remember, Prashant witnessed this game. St. Patrick's went to a 3-0 lead in the first half and Zahira came back strong, equalizing, and unfortunately lost on penalties.
Yes, it was a very memorable game of the tournament last time around, when no one expected St. Patrick's to run riots against Zahira College in Colombo, but they did so. And what a game of football it is, and so too Zahira coming back in that second half and equalizing. All in all, there can be only one winner, and Zahira to lose on penalties. But we are getting ready for proceedings before kickoff. Both teams set.
We'll have the anthems of both the schools.
So
Well, that's the school anthem of both schools, and it's all getting ready as the energy seems to be vibing in the stadium and also within the players. Zahira College Colombo with their home support, and they have the crowd backing them. St. Patrick's would be the underdog in terms of coming into different territory in Colombo, and with a little bit of crowd support taking on Zahira. It's never easy, but this is something that they have experienced last year. They get put on a superb performance at Sugata Stadium.
We'll just have a look at the two teams lining up. The first 11's Nirmal Kristipan, the skipper for St. Patrick's, played in the last year's tournament as well. We have Sadiz, the number 16, Jayatu Raja, number 17, number 3, Danisan, then Jude Aniston, Babiraj, the front man who scores goals. Aniston Sharon also has been among goals. John Loyas, Dinias, and the man to watch out for will be Rajikumar Shandan for St. Patrick's. And of course, Zahira College boasting with the number of under 19 Sri Lanka caps and under 16 Sri Lanka caps, and also a senior Sri Lanka cap, Mohammad Akib, leading the lines. And we have Mohammad Mushfir, who's been solid at the back, Rifakatullah, Mohammad Amanullah, Mohammad Shahan, Sharik Ahmad in the midfield, who has scored a couple of brilliant goals. Mohammad Shahan, Mohammad Sajid, Mohammad Shakir is in goal. A very experienced goalkeeper, only has conceded just one goal in the whole tournament so far. Mohammad Shakir, Rumi Raza, the skipper for Zahira College, and Mohammad Akhtar in the defensive line. So very, very strong Zahira College outfit. They have the entire team who played the last year's the ThePapare Football Championship and who lost to St. Patrick's in the quarter-final. So they have, as the Pete writes, you would say they have some undone business. So Zahira College have not won a senior schools football championship since 2015 when they beat Gesu St. Peter's in the final 2-1. So they may be looking for a repeat of that final. And for St. Patrick, they have come very close in winning the title. Couple of occasions losing out in the finals and in the semi-finals. So all to play for both the schools. Takes a lot of pride. Of course, you know, Zahira College, only known as the kings of schools football in Sri Lanka, and the Patricians are the kings up in the north.
Exactly, and it's going to be a superb game of football for sure. Both these teams have done their business in the group stage, and now it's all semi-finals and to play in a spot for the final. We got an experienced bunch of referees led by Kailash Chaturanga, former FIFA referee, assisted by a FIFA assistant Sampath Liana Gunawardana.
And you can see a good turnout for this game as expected. A late kickoff, so giving time for all to complete their daily chores and get back to and relaxing. I don't think this game will be too much relaxing, as both of these schools will go hammer and tong.
And also the boys will be having the advantage away from the hot sun or humid weather. The lights coming on at Racecourse International Stadium. And talking about Zahira, they're not only having experienced players on field, but their coaching staff too pretty experienced in terms of a top club as well as international.
Indeed, Imran Mohammed takes the reign and ably assisted by Fazul Rahman. They have the goalkeeper coach Mohammad Usman, physio Dilip Pettiarachi, and for the Patricians, Bertie Bannister has been there at the helm for quite some time. He has done well with the resources he has. He has done well in getting this team to a consecutive semi-final on the ThePapare Football Championship. They would look to go one better. They finished on third place last season. They lost the semi-final to Hamid Al Husseini.
And also it's a great opportunity for these young boys with all the talent being showcased in such a beautiful atmosphere. We got all the top Colombo League coaches scouting for players for the upcoming season. And also we got few clubs rebuilding their side away from experience to more youth and potential future investment. So this is a perfect stage for them to showcase what they are made of.
Yeah, indeed. But many of these Zahira players have already been taken up. They do represent clubs around Colombo. You have Akib playing for Colombo FC. You have Mushfir and Mohammad Sajid playing for Renown. And you also have Shakir, the goalkeeper, who's also plays for Colombo FC.
Why I'm not surprised on that. Good talent, of course, goes away.
So here we go. It's going to be St. Patrick. Bit of a confusion, and they kick things off, and they are attacking from right to left on your screens, wearing the gold and green, and Zahira in all green. I think the striker for St. Patrick's, Dinias, was trying to take an advantage with the trimmed down playing field, if you may say so. Slightly shorter on length than the usual. So early attack is from St. Patrick's. You will see a lot more composure from Zahira on the ball, and as soon as I say,
He has to be a very happy and a lucky young boy. He took his eyes away, and the striker did steal it off, but still good recovery from him. They will be having a little bit of nervousness in them. After all, it's a semi-final game.
indeed, that's Mohammad Mushfir, Sri Lanka under-19 cap. He's been one of the players of the tournament, along with this boy, Mohammad Akib, on the ball now.
We have always known Zahira to keep the ball and play with lots of movement and passing, and definitely from one side to the other, how they move the ball and stretch this St. Patrick's defense is being showcased. And I mean, this is good to see at this age that players are really playing matured football.
Yeah, indeed, they will not give away the ball cheaply. They are all good ball players, and they like the ball on the feet. Like some players, they just don't want to keep it and will get rid of it.
I mean, the modern day football is such. The team that keeps the football and makes possession really becomes as the winners. And we see Zahira throwing in lots of bodies out, and St. Patrick's in a bunch to defend.
You can see St. Patrick getting compact at the back, and it will be very useful, as Zahira would like space and width, and St. Patrick making the playing area smaller. And don't be mistaken, they have plenty of stamina, the boys up from Jaffna.
But
Also Zahira as well, a well-drilled team, so there's no question about fitness for both these teams.
So it will be a battle between fitness versus ball possession and control. I believe this will be a completely different game of football than what we saw at the semi-final one.
Semi-final one was up and down. There were glimpses of good play, and there were patches of very poor play.
Referee tried to get away from that. Was not fortunate, so as per the new rule change, you need to stop and avoid the ball. The team who was in control.
Rajikumar Shantan scored one of those brilliant goals in that quarter-final game against Zahira. He must be having in his memories. So a couple of players to watch out for in this game will be Rajikumar Shantan and Baviraj, who has scored 5 goals along with Aniston Sharon for St. Patrick's. Zahira on the other hand have Mohammad Aqib up front, who had scored 5 goals. So it will be a tough task for either of them to catch Shenal Chandesh, who is sitting on 10 goals, and a game to come, the third place playoff for him. So it will looks like Sandesh will take away that trophy as Zahira now coming the ball into control. There's a couple of times Antons have tried to lob the ball up front. So St. Patrick's game plan will be to play on the counter attack, and because Zahira will have all the position.
Exactly, this is the same plan that they had last year too. The two strikers up front running and giving all they had for every ball thrown at them on the counter or on open play. That's their strategy. And when you say that for Zahira, it's not going to be easy with so many players defending in numbers. But their strength and skill would be the control and the technique and keeping the ball and passing around and moving it.
Indeed, you will see a lot of ball sent to Mohammad Aqib.
Well, you did say Zahira College do have some Sri Lanka national players and experience in terms of youth. And that being said, St. Patrick's too do have their quality with Rajkumar Shantan and Bhaviraj. And as we speak, here comes St. Patrick trying to find his way through the two defenders. I mean, would have been a better option to go away.
I think it wasn't the best option by John Loyas. He could have he had 3 defenders around him, still tried to maneuver, and the ball returned back to Zahira to attack. St. Patrick's player. In the spot of bother, I think he landed awkwardly.
A very good atmosphere in the ground with ThePapare band music and Zahira supporters coming in large numbers with lots of voice. This is exactly that you need.
They have taken up the entire top tier of the grandstand. St. Patrick's coming all the way from Jaffna have a bit of support to those who live in Colombo. They'll have to make the trip again next Wednesday, the 26th, where we will have the final of the ThePapare Football Championship for 2019. The leaders have already booked their place after a lapse of 12 years. The senior schools final, and once that completed, we go into the month of madness, the March Madness 2020. All the big match coming up, live action on the www.thepapare.com. Starting off with the battle of the friends, you may say, Thurston taking on Isipatana. Here it's Zahira College who's having the opening. Mohammad Sajid! The Patrick defense unaware. Soon as the free kick taken, pass coming into Mohammad Sajid, and Mohammad Sajid gets the 4th goal of the tournament for him. And just as the Pete Wrights did, Zahira take a very early lead. Here comes Ruby Raza, the skipper. Lead through ball. Sajid, calm as you like, the under 19 player. Mind you, has scored international goals for Sri Lanka, so he knows what needs to be done in front of the goal.
Yeah, definitely spot on. He got one opportunity and he just buried it. That's bad, poor defending. They have been more focused in terms of getting that ball away. The St. Patrick's defender took the eye away, the ball missed, and Zahira College player was there to just bury it. St. Patrick's will be throwing in lots of bodies and more power and pace up front to get their goal as well.
You see, you can hear the echoes of Zahira coming up from the grandstand as now attempt by John Loyas. Shakib not really troubled. by Mushfir. An excellent effort. Kumar Shantan not too far away. That's the second time Mushfir has given away the ball. Good attempt. Just going past the upright. So the first 10 minutes has been entertaining. And there have been a goal. Here's Mushfir. See all the boys of Zahira very comfortable on the ball. Rifakatullah just miscuing that shot. Mohammad Amanullah not able to keep that in.
St. Patrick still not seems to be settling in. They're just hunting and chasing. And this looks like back trace for Zahira. Just keeping ball position and moving around.
Yeah, it needs to be. They need to be patient. St. Patrick's they can't rush in to take the ball away from Zahira. They're gonna push up more body up and might give space for Zahira at the back. You see 5, 6 on the defensive line for St. Patrick's. They need to be patient.
Yes, and you never know when the opportunity comes. Just keep playing, keep looking for that one and only opportunity that you might get. You just need to take it. And that's what it's all about football. It's how many opportunities that you create and how many you convert.
Mushfir not taking any chances this time. Clearing it away immediately. Even though a goal down, St. Patrick have shown glimpses of creativity.
Yes, their body language is very positive and it's good. And the maturity these players show is really remarkable to see. And we are seeing good matured football, give and go from Zahira. The movement and the ground pass is being really nice. While I say that, as a commentator curse, he just gave a missed
I
pass.
just wonder why it happens all the time. When commentators say something good, the opposite happens. And this time, Mohammad Amanullah not being on cue with the commentators. So we restart with Zahira once again having the position.
This is where players need to really hold on to their discipline rather than creating something unwanted. Yes, there was a foul and the referee has given it. There is no need for players to rush into the St. Patrick's player. Mind you, they're playing for semi-final. One wrong move in that temper, the card can be a yellow or red. You might even miss the final. So you do not want to get yourself into that.
Yeah, indeed. Both the players went shoulder to shoulder. But Rumi Raza got fouled. Slight delay on the kick, so catching him. The ball going out of play. Yes, Satish in the goal for St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's taking things slow. They don't seem to be panicked.
Here's some space for Akib. He has Sajid on this right wing. Goes for a shot himself and a tame effort. Much to the displeasure of the packed Zahira crowd.
Very poor option there. He had two players who ran all the way to support him, and he should have used and got that all the hard work that he did, he could have converted into something rather than just giving a miss kick.
Rifikatullah. Seems to be a slight confusion with the linesman and the referee. So finally, it will be a corner for Zahira College. Another good opportunity for them. So it's going to be Mohammad Sajid curving this in.
Yeah, they get another corner, Zahira College. I believe St. Peter's beg your pardon, St. Patrick need to be a bit more innovative and creative than what they are doing right now. When you look at them, the way they've been defending and playing right from the back, sometimes wonder they have forgotten they're a goal down. Again, St. Patrick's not been able to clear their line the first time. They need support for their players.
Nilmala Kristipan, the skipper, does well. He was isolated but didn't panic. Sharik Ahmed went a bit too hard. So it's been a good tussle so far. There's an early substitution, looks like, for St. Patrick's.
Yeah, this is the player. He had a little bit of treatment before, I believe. Or is it a technical change that you're getting into?
He's limping off, so maybe it's an injury. So, nevertheless, good thing in these schools matches, you can go up to 6 substitutes, being age group football. So, which is good for the coaches. As Ajikumar Shantan now battling his way.
Zahira College, a few players really need to keep their composure down and control. Just because someone comes onto your body, that doesn't mean it's a foul or you need to really react to it. Just play the game, play for the whistle.
And the player who came off was Jason Nason. The player replaced him was Atis Daraja Sarun. So brilliant conditions at the moment at Racecourse International Stadium in this PAPARE Football Championship for 2019. As soon as we speak, seems to be having a problem in one of the towers. The play continues. We still having enough light. Brilliant 1-2 play. Yes, Mohammad Akib. The referee raised the flag. Slightly delayed, I would say. He's already live with the ball.
Again, skillful play from Zahira. A very good lob ball and got in control in the first touch. Was so good by him.
Yes, Amanullah, Sharik Ahmed. In that quarter-final against Dimazen had scored a stunning first goal from around 30 yards out. Another brilliant through ball by Rumi Raza. That's the second time he picked that pass The first one, Sajid made sure he rewards it with a goal. The second, Akib, not so, as St. Patrick seems to be having another problem. Second player who's gone down, clutching his hamstring.
Looks like worrying signs for St. Patrick's. They already had to substitute a player. And he too is holding on to his hamstring. I hope it's nothing serious to be worried. They're a goal down as well. And the last thing that you need is taking a few key players out and doing substitutions early.
He's limping off. Looks like it is Danisan. Just have to wait and see for confirmation.
So for the moment, St. Patrick's will start game with 10 players. And this is advantage territory for Zahira. It's very good to see how these young lads give the ball and move away, making things very difficult for the defenders. Never so easy to read the game, and also skill and techniques. Referee playing advantage there. What a lovely ball. This has to be another goal.
Through the goalkeeper's hand. It's that man again, Mohammad Sajid. He's the one who created that with some fancy footwork. And he went through. Another pass from Rumi Raza. From that angle, top of the roof. And like that, Zahira College have taken a 2-goal lead in the 20 minutes played. St. Patrick's was struggling with 10 on the field. They should not let Zahira run riot. You were mentioning how these boys play football. Zahira College lads, sometimes you wonder, even the Sri Lankan club players sometimes don't play in such manner, with such confident the ball at their feet. So St. Patrick with a very tough task to do. We're still in the first half and they're down 2 goals. They made a substitution for injury. And looks like another player will be going the same route as here's Christiepan, the skipper, showing how things are done. Excellent work by Dinias, not able to find his winger.
And this is going to be very, very tough for St. Patrick's right now to get themselves back in the game. They already had to make 2 changes due to injury, and they're 2 goals down. On the other end, Zahira College in full complete control. Playing some good game of football. Coach Imran for Zahira College still being animated, even though they are leading by 2 goals to nil. Because he knows what this St. Patrick's team is all capable of. Oh, butterfingers by the goalkeeper. And he was very lucky for referee avoiding a foul. That could have gone anywhere if it wasn't for that careless foul by the St. Patrick's player. Zahira may be 2 goals ahead, but they should not relax under any circumstances.
Yeah, indeed, like on that occasion, Mohammad Shakir not tested yet. So when you are not having much of a game and sudden ball comes to you, you are not mentally ready. Could cause problems. Now here's Akib with space and Amanullah going right in. I thought for a moment he could have gone to the far post. Sharik Ahmad. Well, he has scored 2 goals in this tournament and both goals have been from that distance. Almost made the third.
It's a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Full stretching.
Yeah, Satish did well.
I hope he did not hurt himself by doing so. The last thing that they would want is an injury to their key goalkeeper.
Corner far to the far post, and the danger is not over for St. Patrick.
In player coming from an offside position. You can visit our YouTube channel for replay highlights and more. www.youtube.com/ThePapare official.
Yeah, you can visit our site to catch all the action live, the replay of today's semi-finals and much more. If you look at the St. Patrick's team who played in that quarter-final, we had the Haynes up front who had brilliant pace, who tormented that Zahira defense. Compared to that, they are lacking a bit of speed. Nevertheless, we have plenty of time in this game if St. Patrick wants to turn things around.
Yes, it's only just 26 minutes gone. Zahira leading by 2-0. And here they come with a attack down the left wing. What a lovely ball.
Mohammad Sajid somehow manages to get that cross in. Rafiqatullah thought of a shot, thought otherwise. Akib not really connecting. I thought for a moment Rafiqatullah should have taken that shot. He decided otherwise. Yes, Sahan. Not seen much of the ball, the midfielder. He played for Hamid Al Husseini in the last year's tournament.
And this year they drafted him or signed him.
Yeah, he's drafted Zahira College in lieu of continuing his higher studies in the A-level stream. Here's a nice ball, cut off, danger still not over.
That's
That was Sharon.
Well read by the defender to cross away and win it.
Aniston Sharon have been among goals, and fumbled on his own foot. Chandan. Incidentally, St. Patrick is the team who has scored the highest number of goals in the group stage and the quarterfinals. A total of 19 goals coming into this semi-final. So they know where the goal is. At the moment, they just need to get it executed.
Yeah, from what you said, they seems to be having the players to score the goals when they want. It's just getting through the Zahira defense and the midfielders to create that opportunity and get it. It's not going to be easy today. Besides, Zahira would have really learned their lesson from the last year's semi-final as to what this St. Patrick's is capable of. And that's exactly do we see today. St. Patrick's, that being said, is a team they will play all the way to the final whistle. A never given up team.
Oh, that split is sloppy from Mohammad Shakir. for an experienced player, conceding a corner.
I believe when you relax in the goal post with nothing much to do, these kind of careless mistakes could take place.
Exactly, this is what we were talking a couple of minutes earlier. Goalkeeper needs to be in the action.
Referee stopping play to check on a St. Patrick player who's still not himself after a knock. Just limping around. Players taking the opportunity to get some cool water, which is much needed in this humid condition, even though we have a lovely breeze going across the venue. That's a lovely ball. Just hit too much.
He didn't have much pace, Shantan, to take a shot as Sahan motors away in this right wing. Finds Akib. Oh, what an effort. If it was on target, for sure that was gonna hit the net. Unfortunately, lovely take, turned his man around, did not hesitate and took the shot. To Zahira. Before the kick-off of the tournament, they were one of the favourites when the team sheets came in, and they are living up to that tag and playing like a team whose ultimate goal is to win the championship, which have eluded them for 5 years now.
That stat is something very surprising to see, that Zahira has not won a major competition. They've been the dominant force in Colombo, in Sri Lanka schools football. The schools have really invested in players and on the game. We do see the likes of St. Peter's, St. Joseph's and few others coming up in the ranks.
I think that's what have caught Zahira by surprise a bit as well. The last 3 years, the under-18 title has gone to Mardana, but not to the school in Mardana which they were hoping for. It's the Saints in Mardana who took the titles in 2016, 17 and 18. And in 18 they even took the under-20 title. On the other hand, St. Peter's too are knocking on the door. And Hamid Al-Husseini has been doing well, as we see a substitution coming in. So the injured player once again substituted by St. Patrick's.
This could be a coach's nightmare. He comes with a game plan, and to see 2 goals down and yet to change 2 players due to injury. And again, Zahira in Colombo, it's never going to be a good feeling.
I just have to see who the player he replaced. Anton Jerome. Well blocked down.
Well, this is what St. Patrick's do. They keep on pushing, keep on being hungry and hunting for that one opportunity that they get. But I would like to see the coach changing the system that they are playing right now, especially when they are going after these 2 goals.
Now here's Akib with plenty of space. Just need to find a pass. Too eager, I think the skipper Rumi Raza provided the 2 assists. Maybe he wanted to get one for himself.
Why not? It's semi-finals, and it's for them to make a name for themselves. He was placed well, he had the technique, but only for the ball to be lifted up. Could have kept it low, could have been a great finish. And like to see how Zahira is controlling the pace and the tempo of the game. And here comes St. Patrick's.
Yeah, I think we have to give credit to both the teams for playing football. You normally expect when you say schools football, the ball being more out of play than in the field of play. But now they seem to understand the new laws. They're playing the ball in their own half from their own penalty box. So it's excellent for schools players to understand the game, which is really important when you go into the senior level. Get an understanding of the game. Makes the referee's job pretty easy if the players understand the games of the laws of the games.
But it's never the case. It's not only the players, including the coaching staff and the spectators. Sometimes as a referee, you end up teaching the laws of the game rather than officiating. And the laws keep on getting complicated and more tougher. It's a nightmare sometimes.
I think that's what we have failed, where the updates don't filter down to the coaching staff, to the spectators.
I mean, it's an all-in-all process, that you need to kind of follow through. And when you have the gaps where the information is not shared or gone properly, everybody tend to have their own perception. Especially now you say the ball strikes the hand, it's handball, but that doesn't mean everything you give an handball.
Indeed. So Zahira just settling things around as Sajid almost thought of that hat-trick moment. I think he started celebrating before taking the shot. Forgot that he had to score. He's done well so far. So getting 2 goals this evening. He has put his goal tally as well up to 5. Now Shabir Razunia has moved to second spot with 7 goals. And Chanal Sandesh leading with 10. And Mohammad Akib not too far. He's having 5.
St. Patrick's just needs some kind of a luck from somewhere. Just an open gap from somewhere, an error from Zahira for them to go through, get that first goal, make this competition even more interesting. Yeah, they show some very good talent. Ooh, very close. The players are appealing for a penalty.
Indeed.
It's penalty.
I think it's the linesman who pointed out to the referee. The ball was handled inside the box. That's the lifeline you're talking about, Prashant, and they have got a lifeline. You're saying there were glimpses of good moments for St. Patrick's, and now here's a good moment.
True, when you have the luck, definitely it will come looking for you in an opportunity. And they've got an opportunity, and this is something unusual to see. They got a penalty and all the players have gone to take a water break, rather than focusing on taking this penalty and scoring that first all-important goal. And this is something very strange that I've seen on a football game as to how this has been working out. So we did see a penalty missed in the first semi-final, and I hope it will not be the same case. This is just referee taking the time to get the players sorted out. Goalkeeper playing mind games here. One would expect as to why it is.
So it's going to be Rajikumar Shantan against Mohammad Shakir. Nicely taken. Excellent penalty. Shakir went the other way. Shantan went right down the middle. So before half time, a much needed goal for St. Patrick, and this can amplify the game more, as now Rajikumar Shantan also goes to 5 goals in the tournament. So the goal scorers keep upgrading their tallies, which is a good sign.
As the game is well poised now, 2-1 to Zahira. Good atmosphere in the ground and a lovely chilly breeze that is going across. And St. Patrick's is starting to play football now with more purpose.
I think this will give them more belief. The two goals are really defensive errors, not being on the right positions and keeping gaps open. A little bit of aji-baji.
Referee is getting involved and right on the spot. Players do not need to get into these kind of things at school level. They need to be more disciplined and matured. Because what they learn and what they practice now is what they carry forward.
I think there was some unfinished business rather from the last quarter final. So that maybe in their minds as both set of players, most of them were involved in that game, are playing. So like we said, St. Patrick needs to be patient, and if they keep knocking on the door, you never know, it might open up. They have to be pretty watertight at the back, because we know what Zahira can do when they have the ball and how they can create.
It's a lovely ball. He needs to lift his head up to see his options and deliver a superb cross here.
It was Akhtar taking his time, didn't send the ball across early. He kept on seeing good through balls from Zahira, just unlocks the Patrick's defense.
Referee calling that late. Yes, there was a push, and he did try to let it go to play to see an advantage. Since it's not, he has pulled it back to give out the free kick.
Straight into the hands. Not the best of effort from Mohammad Akib. He got it on target. You have to give that to him, but lacked real pace. There's another blistering tackle by Rifqatullah. He caught Jerome very late.
Referee had a clear view of that and called it quickly. And this is very good territory for St. Patrick's to deliver something good. Just few yards away from the penalty box. And mind you, Zahira goalkeeper did not have any work to do whatsoever apart from 2 or 3 chances. This could be testing.
I think that did even play a part in the penalty. He never had any action, and suddenly you have a penalty to face, and it's never easy. We've always seen a substitute goalkeeper coming in for a penalty, always left clueless. Now here's Shantan once again standing over along with Sharon. It is Sharon just trying to go for the near post.
Just got the radar wrong there, Shantan. Could have looked for more innovative approach. You just look for placement. Got that completely wrong. Just in last few more minutes in this first half. And much needed break for both teams would be coming around the corner.
Yeah, indeed, approaching half time. It's been an entertaining game. Good football played. Not that one. What have proceeded as both Zahira and St. Patrick's have made it worthwhile.
Yeah, St. Patrick's too need to keep the ball a bit more. Move the ball, move the players around, give and go. be a bit more innovative rather than just playing this one dimension of kick, run or chase.
I think they try to counter-attack on every occasion they get the ball. As Mohammad Akib on the byline wins a corner. So this could be the last action as the fourth official raises 2 minutes of added time, mainly for the injuries of two St. Patrick's players. So we are on added time of 2 minutes.
Quickly taken corner shot. Zahira have bodies in front.
Yeah, it's a pretty packed up box as Mohammad Mushfir, the centre back, a very high foot from Rumi Raza. Mohammad Mushfir went all the way. He needs to hurry back.
Zahira is having good momentum on the game, throwing bodies when they want, having that extra numbers, so there could be cutting St. Patrick defenders out of their position.
Shantan needing some help. Mohammad Amanullah giving that ball away. As an awkward bounce once again, you see Shakir not really convincing. I think he'll be good in the half-time break if he gets some balls kicked towards him to handle.
Yeah, to keep himself in touch and warm him up, because he's been just a spectator on field. St. Patrick's too have their opportunity, but they've been just kicking the ball. And here's Zahira.
Mohammad Akib just tried to flick it. He tried to flick it with his right foot instead of lashing at it from the left as the half-time whistle goes in this second semi-final. St. Patrick still laying it. Zahira going 2 goals up through Mohammad Sajid. And Rajikumar Shandan getting a goal back through a penalty. So all to play for in the second half. Massive crowd here at the Racecourse International Stadium witnessing Papare Football Championship 2019, the second semi-final. That's your half-time confirmation. St. Patrick's College 1, Zahira College 2. Do join us after a quick commercial break. Before that, we will have a look at the highlights. St. Patrick kicked off proceedings and a brilliant ball by the skipper Rumi Raza, catching all St. Patrick defenders. Sajid getting his first goal. This attempt, Shakir, it's all been from distance by Shandan. Mohammad Akib, referee called this play back for offside. And this was the second goal from that angle, top of the goal. At this moment, Zahira thought they are cruising. Sharik Ahmed also making Sadi's work. It was all Zahira until that moment, and this happened. A lifeline for St. Patrick's as we go into the half time. St. Patrick's School 1, Zahira College 2. Do join us on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, sharing the passion.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින් දවස මැච් බලන්න පුළුවන්නේ.
දැන් මුළු දවසම ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, ෆුට්බෝල්, වොලිබෝල් එකී මෙකී නොකී ඕනෑම තරගයක් බලන්න ඔබට වැය වෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5යි. පිවිසෙන්න. මැච් බලන්න සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.
Tradition that dates back over a century. Chaos that captures your heart and soul. An extravaganza you cannot miss. A new decade of familiar madness. March Madness 2020. Thurston versus Isipathana, the 57th Battle of the Brothers encounter on the 28th and 29th of February from 9 a.m. onwards. Live on Dialogue Television, the Dialogue View app, and ThePapare.com. Tradition that dates back over a century. Chaos that captures your heart and soul. An extravaganza you cannot miss. A new decade of familiar madness. March Madness 2020. Exclusive coverage on ThePapare.com.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරන ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න දිනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
දවස මැච් බලන්න පුළුවන්.
දැන් මුළු දවසම ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, ෆුට්බෝල්, වොලිබෝල් එකී මෙකී නොකී ඕනෑම තරගයක් බලන්න ඔබට වැය වෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5යි. පිවිසෙන්න. මැච් බලන්න සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින් දවස මැච් බලන්න පුළුවන්නේ.
දැන් මුළු දවසම ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, ෆුට්බෝල්, වොලිබෝල් එකී මෙකී නොකී ඕනෑම තරගයක් බලන්න ඔබට වැය වෙන්නේ රුපියල් 5යි. පිවිසෙන්න. මැච් බලන්න සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.
Tradition that dates back over a century. Chaos that captures your heart and soul. An extravaganza you cannot miss. A new decade of familiar madness. March Madness 2020. Thurston versus Isipatana, the 57th Battle of the Brothers encounter on the 28th and 29th of February from 9 a.m. onwards. Live on Dialogue Television, the Dialogue View app, and ThePapare.com.
Hello, welcome back. You're live on www.thepapare.com. Sri Lanka's number one sports hub, bringing you the semi-finals of the Papare Football Championship. We are getting all set for the second half of the second semi-final between St. Patrick's College, Jaffna, and Zahira College, Colombo. A very entertaining game of football in the first half. Zahira College took an early lead and capitalized to go 2 goals up. And St. Patrick's hit back with a goal of their own to get the game into a more exciting level, as both teams have plenty to play for in this next 45 minutes to book a place in the grand final with St. Peter's College on the 26th of February. Kickoff set at 6 p.m. the same venue. Will it be St. Patrick or will it be Zahira College? We'll wait and see in the next 45 minutes. As I'm joined once again by Prashant in the commentary box. What do you expect, Prashant, in this second half from Zahira College as well as St. Patrick's?
I believe Zahira would be playing their dominant game, keeping the ball passing and being very fancy and technique correct. On the other hand, St. Patrick's definitely have to change their approach in terms of how they've been playing. Yes, football is a kicking game, but it's not about kicking and running like rugby. You need to be very creative and innovative with the modern game, and there is something that has been lacking from them in the first half. Let me throw this question at you straight off. Who do you fancy from here to end?
Well, looking at the first half performance, Zahira should be home and dry. As they kick off proceedings in this second half. As the first semi-final went, you cannot discount any team. Both these teams topped their groups. Both these teams were unbeaten in their group stage. And
exactly, the first semi-final had all the drama it could have, and eventually St. Peter's winning 3 goals to 2. Although Zahira is playing dominant football, mind you, it's just 1 goal difference between the teams.
I think that's what the belief will be from St. Patrick also. It's just 1 goal. So here's the goal scorer, Mohammad Sajid.
Like the young lad, he has pace, control and skill. Spectators are expecting a foul there, but the referee is right on the spot. Not see much there.
Zumi Raza settling things down. One of the better ball players, not come into the game as much coach Imran would have expected. Zaktar, Sharik Ahmad, Sahan, Rifakatullah, splitting that play all the way from the left to the right wing. Superb bit of football by Zahira College. The final touch from Rifakatullah, letting him down.
Very good move, just a touch heavy, just let the ball go away. It's a good job to play.
I think that helps as well when you play on a good surface. The boys get plenty of opportunity to showcase their skills. They know the field's going to be true, no uneven bounce, so they can try all the skills. And when it comes off, there's no much pleasure than that for a footballer. So it's important school matches happen on good surfaces, as once again you see Chris Stephen, the way he maneuvered the ball. You won't be able to do that on a bouncy pitch, bouncy field.
That's very true. I mean, for young boys to play a good game of football and learn the game of, they need a proper surface. In Sri Lanka, we just have very few, unfortunately. For the Jaffna boys, this is a golden opportunity. Referee calling foul. Yes, we did see a pull. Knowing it's a semi-final game, referee is keeping the cards in. Coach Imran inquiring as to why it was with the fourth official. Foul is a foul from the referee's eye, and once they give the decision, he is going to change.
Stephen didn't get that ball as he wished. There has to be wary that these sympathetic teams as goal scorers as a good bit of defending on that occasion.
From Zahira's point of view, they should not be relaxing. They need to go and get that next goal to have some kind of comfort and a cushion. Because in a game of football, you never know when things will turn around and swing at you. Good long throw.
Still struggling to clear.
Brilliant block by the young lad, just to save his team.
Here's Sharon.
What
Brilliant
a
ball.
ball.
That touch to Prashant.
Yeah, even we are getting excited to see one opportunity that St. Patrick's gave it through. Brilliant ball. He just let it go. Should have controlled and made something out of it.
Jerome on that occasion, his first touch too heavy, and Shakir was alert to collect it. Those are the rare opportunities that St. Patrick's will get in this game, and they need to make sure they take those, not let the commentary box get too excited.
Exactly. It was a brilliant ball to him. Only he had control, had a bit of composure and tried to work something out. And St. Patrick's need to get onto these opportunities. You cannot blame the surface. The surface is good. You cannot find a better surface in Sri Lanka to play football. Zahira slowing things down. This throw, they pretty much control the whole game in terms of momentum and pace. They're opting for the long throw. Again, the clearance is not convincing. Finding it difficult to get the ball out. They need to be very sharp. The first goal too, with a defensive error, Zahira scored. Enough and more players to defend. Again, it's not convincing, and it's a corner ball. St. Patrick's is trying to just kick the ball away rather than clear it or send it out of the box. Sometimes even a small simple touch could save you away with force and power. A corner for Zahira. Committing 5 players front.
It was coming towards Rumi Raza. No space for Sharon to chase. This is what St. Patrick does well. They press fast, try to force an error from the opponents. That intensity you cannot carry for the 90 minutes, so it will be in a patch of 5 to 10 minutes that they will do that. Then they'll go back to the normal defending. You see the pressing, making Zahira concede, throw it, and winning the ball position back. St. Patrick's referee coming in between. Fatullah does well to get that ball cleared, just to ease off a bit of pressure.
Yeah, referee is coming in between the move there. He's trying to be very close to the game to keep full control.
And that's not the first occasion as well in the game. Earlier we saw as well ball striking him. There's another loose ball. Shot deflected, hitting the ground. Nirmala Stepan.
It's just one dimension and only thing that they know. Get the ball, shoot, okay. It was a brilliant opportunity, 2 against 1 in the Zahira box. If only they could have worked out something. The coaches and support staff for St. Patrick's need to be more vocal and get a hold of their team. And that's the clear difference between the two teams. One team is just kicking the ball and the other is playing football.
But that's the style they've been playing in the all of the competition, and that's what brought them here. So they're continuing, nothing to change, as Shakir much more alert, tries to release Mohammad Akib. For a moment thought of a shot, now he did, as a play offside both Shantan and Sharan.
Subscribe to watch live sports. Visit ThePapare.com/live.
You can watch all your favorite games exclusively on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.papare.com/live.
So if you were the coach at this time, what would be a technical change that you would do? You would want to change things for Zahira or to St. Patrick's?
At the moment, Zahira, I think they are leading the game. They don't want to take too many chances. They would ask them to keep the ball in opponent's half. That's what Zahira need to do, play football in the opponent's half. And they know St. Patrick's only way is counter-attack. So for St. Patrick, it's tough. They are trim in the bench as well. It's been only 11 or the starting 11 plus a couple of more players who have played throughout the tournament. They don't have a strong bench. So if I was St. Patrick's coach, I'll be scratching my head.
Yeah, and also they had to make that too early substitution due to injury. So number of options are very limited. I guess they need to go back to their luck from somewhere where they get one sneaky opportunity.
Yeah.
Last time I said they got a penalty, and this time they got a free kick.
Yeah, I think Prashant, indeed, they need to make sure that Zahira don't run away with the game. One goal, something they can conjure up in the final 5-10 minutes. They can push bodies up, nothing to lose. So they may be taking that opportunity. They need to make sure they don't leak anything at the back.
Exactly, the game is still open. And there's a lot to play. And being said that, they should not just waste the opportunity that they've been getting with silly free kicks like that. So it has to be a yellow card.
That is Dinias, the high foot. Sajid went for the header. I mean, for Dinias, he was had his back, so didn't know that Sajid was coming. Seemed to be in contact on the head. Said it was the lower body.
Well, it's one of those fouls where both players go for a air ball, and it always benefit for the attacker because of the head. I hope it's not too much of a worry for the young lad. He's been very good in the ground.
You see again that Dinias had his back towards Sajid. He catches his neck area. He goes into the box. Nevertheless, that's the rule. Even though it's unintentional.
is to be stretched off. Feel it's been very uncomfortable. I hope it's not nothing too serious. Zahira went on to win this. They have a final to play. It's a head injury. It's always good to be cautious and take the player off. In a modern game of football, health and safety is a must. Especially when it's a head injury, you have to be extra cautious.
Good, we have the medics on the ground. We hope the young boy is okay. Just wish him well.
Yes, the referee shows the yellow card to the player for that challenge. A reckless tackle.
Just a bit of winded off Mohammad Sajid. That knock blow to the head, I think. So Zahira will continue with 10 for the moment. Mohammad Sahan sending in a high ball. Mohammad Amanullah. Excellent cross and last ditch effort of clearing that ball away. Mohammad Akib just maneuvering his way. Sharik Ahmad.
Very good attempt. Lots of swirl on the ball. The confidence of the player seems to be really high today. Ready to take up on any chance that is thrown at their way.
It's good to see the young boy on his feet. The doctor just need to evaluate him for a concussion. That's really good sign. These young boys need all the resources you have to protect them. The game continues. St. Patrick on the attack.
As the doctor seems to be doing the concussion test, which is a protocol these days. That's very good to see. And that being said, St. Patrick's has a throw here. Would love to work out a long throw. There they come again. This has been the story for the Zahira goalkeeper, more like goalie practice rather than keeping on a semi-final match. Has not been have to do much. No major saves.
Okay, Sajid seems to be okay to continue. And immediately it comes into play.
It's a lovely ball. Just looping it up. Just had too much for the St. Patrick striker to go and get that. Zahira taking all the time that they could and using experience. To slow the game and eat that important minutes. It's good skill and technique there. Just a bit behind for the player.
St. Patrick's winning that battle. Here they come. And Stephen. So an earlier infringement, referee calls back play, giving away the free kick to Zahira College. As we have played 1 hour of this second semi-final between St. Patrick's and Zahira College. The game tightly poised, rather. Just a goal in between.
Some unwanted fouls and free kicks are being given by both teams at this stage of the game. Especially for Zahira, they do not need to do any of these. They are not the one who is chasing the game, it's St. Patrick's. They just need to keep their composure and momentum. Good free kick and a good header. Here comes Zahira now.
Have to watch for that bounce. Ball swerving and with the spin.
And the wind across the ground is also playing its part.
Indeed, you saw the second goal for St. Joseph's. You can catch all these. You can follow us on the Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. All the social media platforms to get update on live scores and events. And Mohammad Sajid straight to the goalkeeper.
That's very good keeping by the young lad. Strong hands, kept his body behind.
I think Sajid could have done better if he could find that corner. Here you see, he went early, straight at the goalkeeper. St. Patrick still alive in this game.
He had two defenders right along with him, so he did not want to take that extra touch and lose the opportunity. Beg your pardon, it's not a corner, it's for a throw in.
So a long throw for Mohammad Akhtar. Mohammad Akib not able to get that flick header.
St. Patrick's not being able to clear it, and here they come again, Zahira. It's a lovely shot. Couldn't get that pace right behind his shot. Sometimes St. Patrick's, the way that they defend, playing with fire. Too much on that pass for Zahira. St. Patrick's do have a player down.
Yeah, it looks like it's Haji Kumar Shantan. If Patrick needs a player to be on the field the 90 minutes to get something on this game, it is that man. He wouldn't want to take him off. And Mohammad Sajid doesn't seem well as well. See, he was checked by the doctor before he came into the field. And he's not feeling fine.
Yeah, this is something the doctors and the medical staff of Zahira need to take into consideration. It's not about the player playing the game. It's not just one game today. It's his entire career, and the referee too should get involved in here and say, please get him checked properly.
Yeah, I think the referee needs to be taking a stand and informing the doctor. We have seen this many a time. Players with the gut of playing say they are fine. For a moment they will be fine on the field, then it affects after a couple of runs.
Yeah, and I just saw the doctor signaling to the Zahira physio, good to change him.
Yeah,
Because he did his test and he said okay, and see if the boy is still having concussion, then it's not a good opportunity for him to go continue playing.
Yeah, you can get all the action when you subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/ThePapare official. All live coverage, the replays of all the two semi-finals that happened today, and the highlights, and many more. All the sports in Sri Lanka. www.youtube.com/ThePapare official, As even Rajikumar Shantan is carried off. It's not a head injury, it's the leg. So plenty of work for coach Bertie Bannister of St. Patrick's. Already made 2 substitution for injuries. Now we have Rajikumar Shantan carried off. Zahira College still dwelling on the injury or the concussion injury for Mohammad Sajid. So the game slightly dimmed down. Both teams playing with 10. Surprisingly, Sajid once again comes into the field.
Exactly, I'm not sure and I do not agree on this particular decision. Yes, it's a semi-final game and Zahira do want to make sure that they get into the final. They need to be absolutely sure that he is fine. And on the other hand, for St. Patrick's, they're losing their key player for injury and medical attention.
I just want to give our viewers a little insight on the laws when it comes to concussion. We saw the doctor signaling to the bench to make sure that he's substituted, but he continues to play on. So what's the take on that, Prashant?
Yeah, it's so unfortunate to see that. Yes, the doctor did his check and he said, okay, you can continue, but the player definitely fell down saying he's not fit, and the doctor said, okay, he cannot continue. So I believe in terms of officials from the school and from the coaching staff, they need to really take their authority. It's not about a game of football, it's a young boy's life and future. They always say precaution is better than prevention.
Dark, they look to be in offside position. The official on the far side points for a corner.
And the goalkeeper was very brave there to come and face. You see on the replay, it's a lovely ball though to start off.
He was on an onside position, Akib, but the goalkeeper, like rightly said, Prashant, was brave. Satish to come and thwart that attack.
And he's not only brave, he managed to get something on the ball. If not, it could have been an easy penalty.
Good news for St. Patrick is Rajikumar Shantan too continues. The player he is, I'm sure he will not go that easy off the field for a small injury. Sajid going to the near post. Will once again have a second crack.
And that's a lovely corner, swelling into the first post. Goalkeeper read it very well and did not want to take any chance, and it's always good to punch it away. Let's take 2 of that corner. This time a bit deep. St. Patrick's managed to clear it away. Under the circumstances, they are still relying on their long kicking game. It has to be a foul. Got it late, and referee is going for his yellow.
And that is the second yellow. Unfortunate for Dinias. That will be his second booking and he will be off. Nirmala Kristipan, the skipper, having a word with the referee. And looks like Dinias doesn't want to get up, as the referee will not book him when he's on the deck. And that is the second yellow. And he's off, the young man. And more trouble for St. Patrick.
Yes, that's clearly a cautionable offense. He let the player go and from behind and led. And he should know he's already on a yellow card. This is more trouble for St. Patrick's. Zahira has a goal advantage and a player advantage now. I mean, the 73rd minute of the second semi-final. off
the
the
upright. Mohammad Akib wanted to catch the goalkeeper by surprise. He did indeed, but the post coming to the rescue. So it's a matter of getting a goal and holding on for St. Patrick with the time ticking. We have just about 17 minutes of play. Zahira have been good on ball position.
This is lovely footwork from the player. Defender read the ball well.
Yeah, it's been Sajid, the player of the match on this semi-final. Scored 2 goals and has been a menace in this left wing. So I have to be careful not giving a ball so cheaply as Sharik Ahmed did, and Mushfir missing it. Rifakatullah, an excellent tackle. Surprisingly, Mushfir haven't been himself in this game from the kickoff. You saw making a couple of mistakes as Mohammad Akib now goes around the keeper, digs it away. Rajikumar Shandan. What was Mohammad Akib thinking the moment he went around Satish? He went for another touch instead of blasting the ball into the net.
What a chance. Just what a chance, and what was he thinking?
This is the exact same that happened for Senal Sandesh. He went around the goalkeeper, and why did he take that second touch? And that touch too heavy as Shantan rescues St. Patrick once again.
And he is a player who has the capability and the skill. And to take that extra touch and lose that opportunity, my, I hope it will not come and haunt him later.
John Loyas did well there. St. Patrick on the offensive. And ball falls. Once again, brilliant work. Amanullah coming down to help his defense.
Man, they can be St. Patrick's, but they are pushing, and this is the second caution for
indeed.
him.
It was a bit too late.
Young,
For that young boy.
young nerves, they make those decisions in quick session.
Indeed, and he will also miss either the final or the third place playoff. As St. Patrick making another substitution. Like John Loyas is coming off.
Player seems to be suffering from cramps with the treatment in progress on his calf muscle by the physio.
Sindhujan, who replaces Loyas. As Zahira now on the breakaway. The through ball, looking for Akib, didn't come through. Now here's the through ball for St. Patrick. Excellent. Not at the end of it, Nirmala Christiepan.
The idea and intent was right, but only for the execution. One of those rare opportunities they've been getting here and there. St. Patrick's.
Yeah, Shakir too. Caught in between, and only if Stephen had a little bit of pace.
Everybody was surprised with that delivery.
Yeah, indeed, an excellent through ball. Caught Zahira. That's a yellow card. Mohammad Akib, high boot.
See, this is what I mean. So when St. Patrick keeps the ball in play, they're creating opportunity versus they're kicking the ball. I mean, you need to play the game according to the surface as well.
Could be they were carrying on the form what they were playing, so taking a bit of time to adjust. Or rather simply that's the only game plan they have. So once again they are giving a torrid time for Zahira at the back, and Cross comes in again, not cleared away. That came on the path of John Loyas.
The last few minutes have not been that easy or memorable for Zahira. Way too much pressure and attack one after the other from St. Patrick's, including the coaches of Zahira being very animated and nervy.
I think they are more nervous than St. Patrick at the moment. St. Patrick has nothing to lose coming into this last 10 minutes. They are down 10 men. They need a goal to salvage a draw. There's Mohammad Sajid now. And a tap on goal. Right thing to do.
He's been having a good game and he has had his confidence high. So just got to go. And again the play is down and he's holding his head.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he is continuing. It's a responsibility of the coaching staff and the doctor to make sure that he is substituted. This is the third time after that hit on the head. A concussion test was done, but the player seems to continue and the bench seems to allow it. The doctor, several occasions have said now to substitute the player. Somebody needs to take responsibility.
Exactly. But these images are very clear to see how bad the play is. Yes, he is playing, he's been running around. It could be something that is not obvious. Why you would want to take chances? The physio signaling saying, and the player clearly saying now he cannot. But these are young players, school-going kids. Why you want to take risk of their life?
Indeed, he needs to be taken to the nearest hospital for a proper thorough checkup rather than letting him play.
Exactly. I think this is the kind of things that should be put into place. When it's an injury, you see how you can measure the injury and the prevention of it.
And these things need to be regularized as well. There is no hard and fast rule in Sri Lanka, unlike the other professional leagues, where concussion injury is taken really seriously.
St. Patrick has a corner and an opportunity now. Like driven. Good race now. This is good. Wonderful tackle by St. Patrick's defender.
That Saron timed it, tackle well. Rumi Raza was on the motor.
Some tired legs perhaps. 2 minutes completed.
And some tackles flying in as well, because St. Patrick knows it's the last ditch effort they need to put in. Zahira going to make that substitution now.
Free kick to find the play being very not marked. all want to go for glory and score a goal in this semi-final.
The substitute player is Mohammad Ruskan, if I'm not mistaken, number 18.
Another corner for Zahira.
We are in the final 10 minutes of the second semi-final. Police on the attack, looking to cement their place in the final, looking to make this a comfortable win. As Mohammad Akif, that's what you get from a player like Mohammad Akif. Sensational strike from the Sri Lankan cap. Let that ball bounce.
They failed to clear the lines, and this is what they have to pay for. What a strike that was.
On the half volley, right into the top corner. Satish, no chance at all. And that surely makes the game for Zahira home and dry. 8 minutes to go, plus added time, leading 3-1. And St. Patrick down to 10 men.
They've been not clearing the lines that well, but wait for it. This time, what a strike it was for
Big goal worthy to be scored in the semi-final.
Zahira spectators, loud in voice now, showing their encouragement to the players. Gee, that was a lovely goal to watch again. Even the goal of the tournament, I believe.
Indeed, we've had some spectacular goals. We've seen a wonderful volley from Shabir Razunia against Jaffna Central. Then we had Mohammad Mushfir's goal against Dimazanar, about 30 yards out, and Akif's goal too. And Mohammad Shakir cleared off the line. The free kick. St. Patrick boys appealing. See once again, he misjudged and mistimed. Sambwa managed to clear it off the line. The ball never crossed.
Very lucky goalkeeper. He did not have much to do when he was called upon. Lucky boy.
Here we see once again. This time the jump. Collected the ball while he was coming down. Somewhat redeemed himself.
Also, he was way out of his line in terms of positioning, so that's what it caused all of it for him to time his jump. He did recover himself very well, keep the ball away from going into the goal.
Going to be a date fixed for Zahira College on 26th of February against St. Peter's College, the final of the ThePapare Football Championship for 2019. Zahira get another free kick coming their way, and this will take a bit more time. St. Patrick's have given all in the second half, they have been better than what they played in the first half.
Exactly, they gave everything, they tried all options possible. I think it was not their day today with 2 early injuries to start off, then a player sent off for a second caution. Yet they did have their chances in the game. It's way too high.
Wasteful from Sharika, but much better strike off the ball than that.
Coming to the final few minutes of this match. I believe there will be quite a bit of stoppage time due to the injuries that we had in the treatment.
Indeed. Cross. Satish collects it and tries to launch a counter. Mushfir using all his experience, just cushioning that header.
I believe there will be around at least 4 minutes of stoppage time for sure. The number of injuries and treatment that we had.
Yeah, that's about right, I think. 4 minutes. So something to salvage for St. Patrick's. I highly doubt that will happen. Unlike the first game where it was a ding-dong battle, this has been a strong Zahira performance and a strong message to the final counterpart St. Peter's that Zahira will not be an easy task.
As we speak, yes, the fourth official indicates 4 additional minutes will be played. And yes, what final that will be. St. Peter's versus Zahira here, 2 teams from Colombo. We play good football, home team support for both. That would be one heck of atmosphere in a football game.
Yeah, indeed, even in the first game, the atmosphere was superb from both Joes and St. Peter's. Plenty of support for both the teams, and for sure it will be a packed stadium come next Wednesday. As Mohammad Akib being replaced, I don't want to take any chance with him. They need him for the big day. He is their talisman with 6 goals in the tournament. They tried hard, Sarun, to keep that ball in play. St. Patrick looks to be going through the motions. Another disappointment for them in the semi-final, as it was in the first tournament of the ThePapare Football Championship. They will be meeting St. Joseph's College for the 3rd place playoff. So it's the defending champions against the Patricians, who were the 3rd place finishers the last season.
Well, they had their chances in the game, and also they had a lovely tournament, as you said. This is all experience and opportunity for these young lads, and they set themselves up for their future.
So everyone trying to get in the act for Zahira College. See if they can get their name on the score sheet.
Playing advantage, clearly so. And you see there's no advantage, and he's bringing play back.
We will have the 2 favorites in the final, Zahira College, and we'll also will have the comeback giants, St. Peter's College, who had shown real fight, coming back in all the last 3 games. When they are down and out, that's when the Peterites rose up, and it will be a mighty challenge for Zahira College to make sure that St. Peter's don't rise up. But the Bamba Brigade will be having other ideas. So looking forward for a real blockbuster of a clash. Now, many predicted through the social media platforms, www.ThePapare.com, Facebook and Instagram, that it will be a Zahira versus St. Peter's final, and that's what it has come to. We almost played the additional minutes of this second semi-final.
Referee had a look at his watch. It could be just the last move of the game. One last attempt and opportunity for St. Patrick's.
Skipper not able to get that ball in control. The skipper will be really disappointed. Played well along with Rajakumar Shandan. The disappointment was Bhaviraj and Sharan not getting into the game. They are looking to make another substitution just to kill time.
That's time. Referee blows final whistle, and Zahira go through to the final, beating St. Patrick's by 3 goals to 1.
Indeed, a dominant performance by Zahira College. They were, from the kickoff, took matters to their hand and made sure St. Patrick doesn't get a sniff. They did get a sniff indeed through a penalty, but Zahira at the end prevailing, too strong for the St. Patrick outfit, who are down to 10 at the hour mark. They had to contain with this strong Zahira team, who have been playing brilliant football throughout this competition. And it's a date set now. Zahira College Colombo will take St. Peter's College Colombo in the final of the PapAre Football Championship for 2019. It will be live and exclusive on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub.
Yes, indeed, St. Patrick's played all the football that they could do, but managed to get only 1 goal, and Zahira went on scoring free flow football with 3 goals. We did watch 2 games of good football, one from St. Peter's and St. Joseph, the first semi-final, and this one too indeed.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the second half highlights. Zahira College who kicked things off, and they were dominant. They kept knocking. Mohammad Sajid was on thick of things. The man of the match in this semi-final had a knock, had to be carried off, had to be checked for concussion. He came on, collapsed several times, and finally some common sense prevailed, and Zahira College substituted the young lad. Excellent performance. Here's the incident where the Dinias was sent off for a second yellow card. From then on, it was a task difficult for Zahira College, St. Patrick's College, beg your pardon. And they had several opportunities. There's Mohammad Akib, thought for a moment he's going to go around Rajakumar Shantan as well. But Shantan alert. And St. Patrick's had their moments. At this man, Mohammad Sajid, was instrumental in Zahira winning this second semi-final. And what a goal! Akib on touch, top corner. That was game, set and match for Zahira College. They had a slight look for a goal, but that was never in. And Zahira, a very dominant performance and a signal for the final that they will be there and their only goal will be to lift that Papare Football Championship for 2019. It's Irshad Hashim Deen along with Prashant signing off for the Papare.com crew, the production and the technical crew. So until we see you in the final, it's a good night and thank you for watching the live coverage through www.thepapare.com, sharing the passion.